Hey folks, here at Biomerics in Monroe, Connecticut, where Chris Richardson and Arun Mohan just gave me a tour of this beautiful facility. Chris, thanks a lot for the tour. Beautiful facility. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and the fully vertically integrated capabilities within Biomerics?
Sure, we're happy to have you here, Steve. Thanks for coming. My name's Chris Richardson. I serve as the Chief Commercial Officer for Biomerics. Been with the company 19 years, been in Medtech for 19 years as well. Biomerics strives to be the leading vertically integrated contract manufacturer in the interventional markets. We do that both through plastics and metals that are integrated together into finished device assemblies. So we're here today focused on Arun's Metals Group, specifically our plant in Monroe, Connecticut, where we've been operating since 1993 with our core centers of excellence in micromachining. We have the work cell here in the background, laser cutting specifically of hypotube, laser welding, and laser markings.
Arun, this was such a beautiful facility. Can you give us an overview of the overall capabilities within the metals business, and then talk about specifically this site?
It's a long time coming to have you with us and have you walk this floor. But my name is Arun Mohan. I'm the president of the Micrometals Group at Biomerics. Joined the company about a year ago now, and based in North Carolina, but our facilities are in Monroe, Connecticut here, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and then Santa Clara, California, are three main micromachining or micrometals hubs. In Monroe, in this facility, and you've walked it, you've seen some of it, we'll talk more about how we strive for excellence in everything that we do, but you're standing in 75,000 square footage of manufacturing space. At this particular site, we have a focus on micromachining. You see the micromachining work center behind us. We have our laser cutting, welding, marking competencies laid out here. Our automation cells are also in the facility. Biomerics is proud of the kind of automation expertise we bring to the table. It starts here at this facility with the team lead being based here. So you'll see some of our most sophisticated automation cells in this facility. And beyond that, I mean, we're poised for growth. We have a second building that we'll show you next.
Yeah.
And it's all meant for the expansion of all of our micromachining, laser processing, metal finishing capabilities coming out of this site.
Yeah, what was really impressive is just the full suite of capabilities from micromachining, laser processing of a hypotube, and then the secondary passivation, electropolishing, putting it all together.
Now, what we pride ourselves on is to try and build relevance with our customer by adding enabling technologies and capabilities. We want them, they may come to us for one part, maybe it's micromachining, maybe it's laser cutting, but then they realize that they can get design for manufacturing expertise and help, and then they realize everything that we can do to make sure that value stream is controlled, is sustainable, helps us scale and pass on those cost savings to the customer. So, you know, we talk about being critical enablers to our partners in the process technologies and manufacturing technologies we offer. That's what we strive for.
I saw that in some of the applications you showed where you actually have scaled to automated robotic type solutions.
No doubt. We love to learn. I mean, look, in the end of the day, our engineers love a challenge. You'll meet with Ken and Mike and some of the other guys here. That's what feeds them, with the challenge.
Chris, what are the primary markets that you serve, and what are some of the applications for the metals business and Biomerics vertically integrated capabilities?
So Biomerics is focused on creating value in high CAGR interventional markets where technology wins and physicians are still part of the decision-making process. We pursue our vertical integration primarily in steerables for markets like structural heart, medical robotics, endoscopy, and specifically the continued trend of single-use endoscopy.
During the tour, you mentioned many times about the center of excellence, and we hear that in the industry. A lot of people talk about a certain site as the center of excellence. Is that just a marketing term, or does it really mean something? Tell me what it means to you, the center of excellence.
Sure, yeah, you'll see our core competency in component level manufacturing marketed as a center of excellence. Our centers of excellence are market focused, then down to the product level, And then we as a contract manufacturer embrace truly being process and raw material experts. So what does it mean to form a center of excellence? They're generally developed over time through volume of application. And then for us, with our strategic customers, we want to provide that level of value for the R&D or future forward thinkers in DFM collaboration, then NPI, new product introduction into manufacturing, and ultimately scale at volume.
Okay.
So what does Biomerics deliver through this C&V? Over years of experience, we've gained that subject matter expertise across multiple markets, multiple product opportunities that lead to a critical mass in infrastructure and scale, libraries of validated test methods throughout our quality system and organization, and then ultimately that ability to scale even into low-cost country applications at volume over that product life cycle.
Okay.
So we want excellence at the MPD level, into new product introduction and scale, and then ultimately at volume as that product life cycle matures.
Yeah, and to complement what Chris mentioned about the Center of Excellence, I mean, excellence to us, the way we look at it, it's a journey, it's a mindset. It's not being happy with the status quo. You want to keep learning and keep rolling. And so for us, something when especially in the metals organization, when something reaches the level of a Center of Excellence, it's not just in the equipment and the capital that you see here, the best of the best, but it's in the people. It's in the subject matter expertise, the process experts. When we rise to that occasion, it's ready to then provide that to our customer as a C&V, because we can take it from, all the way from napkin sketch to manufacturing to scale.
Right.
And you're standing actually in one of our major facilities that kind of boasts at least 4 of those centers of excellence here.
At MPP West, we were fortunate to have Travis Sessions, your leader, give the opening remarks. He did a great job, and something that resonated with me and a lot of people was this term he used, smaller is smarter. Tell us a little bit about what that means to you, specific to the micro metals business.
Yeah, well, it starts in the name. When I joined Biomerics, I said, Travis, micro, and he's like, no, that doesn't mean you're less important, that's the future. Micro, so micro metals, we specialize. As you get smaller, tolerances get tighter, have to be much more controlled. That's where our expertise really shines through. So whether it's in the Wilhelm Swiss machining cell you see behind you, or you start to go over to our Swiss stern machines, our laser cutters, everything is designed to, as Chris mentioned before, go where the market is growing in technology needs and design, asks of us. And as we get smaller and smarter to cater to the digital world of tomorrow, we're equipped to enable people on that journey.
Chris, we talked about all the vertically integrated capabilities, and we know that there's a lot of advantages, right, to that, controlling the supply chain. But I wanted to get your perspective on how that facilitates design for manufacturability.
Yeah, it's a great question, Steve. So there are obvious benefits to vertical integration when it comes to the BOM, simplifying the supply chain and management of supply continuity. But from a DFM perspective, we have such a broad range of capability at a component level, those come together at a product level. So when you think about a steerable device, we understand the elements of the laser cut hypo tube, raw material and process technologies. That then transitions over into some sort of articulation or bending section, be it injection molding, a MIM link assembly, laser cut hypo tubing as well. Then some sort of micro machine pull ring assembled together with coil pipes and laser welding, where maintaining that original wire tensile strength is essential. So having that expertise at every component level, and then ultimately delivering a finished steerable product, enables us to consider not only those components, but how they will interface with each other. So we believe that brings great value to our customer in DFM expertise from a product level that's rooted in component level technology.
Just expanding off that a little bit, design for manufacturability. You're not just a contract manufacturer, you have a lot, you can offer a lot of design input. full CDMO.
Absolutely. We offer design level services as an NRE revenue stream. It is part of our core business model, with ultimately 50+% of our revenue as a company is finished, packaged, labeled, sterile devices.
Okay.
We're in the business of building long-term strategic partnerships with our customer in scaled manufacturing.
So Steve, here in Monroe, at this facility, you know, it's a 75,000 square foot facility. We have 2 buildings. There are about 220 employees in this facility. Apart from our micromachining equipment, our laser processing, which is cutting, welding, marking. We also have our Swiss turn machine cell here, automation cell, all of our metal finishing that does electropolishing, passivation, and also then HF for hypotube processing in that whole value chain. And per month out of this facility, we ship about 1 million units per month coming out of this Monroe facility. Several units go in our vertical integration chain to Costa Rica, to some of our other facilities in the Biomerics network, and several of the components and sub-assemblies will get shipped directly to our core customers.